Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Hello, welcome back to Combat Sports UK. I am Patrick McCarry, and I am joined by Oktagon's own Max Holzer. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here, and thank you.
Of course. So let's talk about your last fight, Emil Kurhela. What do you learn from that fight? What do you take away? Obviously, a very impressive performance from you.
I took away the confidence to fight on short notice, and also that I have the power to fight at this new weight class, and yes, that's it.
You mentioned fighting at short notice. You are taking this fight on relatively short notice after pulling out of the Oberhausen card. Was that something like, first of all, why did you pull out of the Oberhausen fight, and why take this fight so soon after pulling out?
Yes, because I had a positive corona test after I had fiber for almost the week before the fight week. I had like fiber, and in the fight week too. And yes, then I was at the doctor, and he said took a test, and it was positive, and we said yes, maybe we can push this fight back. But my opponent also pulled out, and he's his manager told me he's still sick. So I got a new one, and in my opinion, a stronger opponent with more fights, more experience. So I'm very happy that I got this matchup on this big fight card.
You mentioned the big fight card. Fighting in front of 60,000 people is a different kind of experience. How excited are you to fight at Deutsche Bank Stadium?
To be honest, I don't give a fuck how many people are there. I only have to beat up one. So I think I will put on a great show. It will be very funny from my walk-in, and then I think I will finish this opponent, and yes, maybe I have a few more tricks in the back.
Yeah. You mentioned the walkouts. You've dressed up as Buzz Lightyear and Batman, and I live in Germany as well, so I know like Faschings is a big thing. Was that something that you loved as a child as well? You know, the dressing up and everything.
No,
Or...
not really.
No?
Not really. No, I'm not a big costume guy or something. I just want to get on the nerves of my opponent. No, just a little bit funny, because I think the most of the fighters they take themselves too serious. They are all like, oh, I'm a gangster, and oh, I'm rich, I have a Rolex, and when you are so rich, why you have to fight and live like like something in the gym, or because we all have no much money, or we would not fight, the most of us.
Yeah. And this card is very good top to bottom. Obviously headlined by the King of Germany fight between Christian Eckerlin and Christian Jungwirth. How do you see that fight playing out?
I think Christian Eckerlin is much higher level, and also on a fight IQ, and I think he will use his wrestling too, and win this fight.
Do you see it being a finish?
It could be possible, but I think Jungwirth is very durable, and Christian is not the biggest submission guy. I don't know, maybe with ground and pound, but I think it's hard to say. It's hard to say, but I see Eckerlin dominate this fight with wrestling and staying on the outside, being smart in the striking, not brawl too much. Yes, that's it.
And you've had a very active 2024 with this being your third fight. Is that something you plan to keep for your entire career, that 3-fight, 4-fight kind of activity every year?
Yes, of course. I have nothing to do else, and yes, all the violence out of the sports don't get paid and don't get much credit, so I have to do it in the sport. So yes, I try to get another fight after that. So but we have to look what's the best with my manager. But yes, I'm only looking to this fight right now, and I'm very glad that Octagon keep me active.
And let's talk about this fight coming up, Muhammad Trabelsi. How do you see him as an opponent?
I think he's a fast guy, not not the strongest, and the people are overhyping his striking. I think I can hang with him easily in the striking and in the grappling and wrestling and everything else mixed together. I'm levels about him, and I'm sure about that, and I will show that.
And he's a guy that's been around the German scene for a long time. Has he been a guy that was on your radar the whole time? He's had fights with guys like Nico Samsonite as well. You know, he's fought a lot of the best German talent.
Yes, yes. I saw him for a long time, and I have to say he was for me very unsympathetic. I don't know how to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's right.
No, yeah.
Because I saw his promotion like against Koga, and he looked like a very arrogant guy to me. So I'm really looking forward to beat him up, and I think yes, he fought everyone in the German scene, but he also never got outside of that. So he always, when he got into the position to win and go up like in the next league or in a big, all his big fights he lost. So and I don't know, I don't think I'm like that. So I will win this fight and go up.
And your training camp, how has it been? How long has it been? Obviously, recovering from coronavirus and then going into a full fight camp for this.
I did not have a full fight camp. I was after the Oberhausen card. I was like one more week sick, and then I started training. And I saw like I had still the stamina, the condition of full fight camp. So I said if anyone on this card goes out or they give me opponent, I just go in and fight. Yes.
And how has this training camp been? Who have your main training partners been?
My main training partner, of course, is always Johnny Palukai, um, who fought on the Oberhausen card, but he had no injury. And yes, we have many other guys like Islam Jabilov. He's not like a tall guy like my opponent, but really strong wrestler. And I all we have many guys like but I have to say Johnny was the main training partner, but it was also not the longest camp. So yes,
And how much film do you like to watch on your opponent before a fight as well?
I like to watch all the fights, and um, but I don't get too like over obsessed. I think everyone can to do another. So in a fight it's always like, yeah, you have a plan of what your opponent's going to do, but he always have a plan for you. So and for myself I always try to switch things from every fight, so it's hard for my opponent. But yes, I think I have an idea of what he does, but I will fight in every area with him, so I don't really care, but I watched his fights.
When you live and train in Hanover, this fight being in Frankfurt, what do you think of Frankfurt as a city? Obviously, there's some stuff with the train station, but then what do you think of it as also like a combat sports venue fighting in Frankfurt?
Yeah, Frankfurt is like one of the biggest capital of combat sports in Germany, of course, of the because of the MMA spirit, and also being a big city with and all the stars like Max Koga and Daniel Weichel and Christian Eckerlin and Stefan Pütz and many more. So yes, I am very honored to fight on this card and in the city. My last fight was also there, so yes, I'm very glad to get back there and yes, put on another show.
Well, I can tell you from the experience I had watching your fight there, the crowd loves you. So how excited are you to get back in front of that same crowd? They love the Batman walkout.
Yeah, I think the next walkout will be on a different level. And yeah, I'm very excited to put on a great show for the fans. And yes, it will be a great time for them and for me. And after that, we can make a big party. No, I'm not a big party guy. I just go back to training and yes, it's it.
And what makes Octagon so special? You know, there's a lot of German promotions, but then there's nothing to the level of Octagon. Octagon obviously being the biggest promotion all across Europe. They have more viewers and fans than when Bellator comes here or when the PFL comes here.
Yeah, Octagon put on the whole thing in Germany on a different level, and I think they will continue to do that. Right now, we have a big TV deal with RTL, and yes, I really love what they did here in Germany, and that I can fight on such a big card. So I think I will be like the next phase of like Octagon, because Eckerlin and Jungwirth, like these guys, they are old. Right now they are king of Germany, but I am the prince, and I will become king after that.
I love it. Let's close out this interview with a thing I call a quick fire segment, just some questions about you and a little bit to do with fighting, some not to do with fighting. So, first of all, what's your favorite movie?
Um, I like Shot Caller, the movie,
Mm-hmm.
because first part of the film he's like very like a pussy, and then he lost everything and like becomes a boss.
Your favorite TV show?
um, I don't really watch TV show like a series like
Yeah, like a series. Yeah.
maybe like I like Vikings, I like
Mm,
Archer, I like Family Guy, South Park. This
yeah. Um, what's your favorite music genre or music artist?
I like 187, you know, and
Yeah.
that.
Who's your favorite fighter of all time across all combat sports?
Yes. Rafael dos Anjos, because he never shot away from any fight, and he fought on two different weight classes with not being the biggest guy. And I also have meet him a couple times, and he's a great guy. So he's my favorite fighter.
And what is your favorite fight of all time?
My favorite fight of all time is Dustin Poirier against Dan Hooker.
That's a great fight. Have you ever seen
Yes.
the version of it with no commentary and no?
Yes. They are
Oh my
uploaded
God,
1 week
it's one of my
ago.
favorite videos.
It's you lose brain cells from watching it.
Oh,
Yes,
100%.
and
Yeah.
I watched it so many times because and that's the reason why I'm so dumb.
I don't know if you're a big video game guy. Do you play any video games? What's your favorite?
I played all the Assassin's Creeds, but I'm not the
Hmm?
biggest video game player.
Do you have a favorite sport outside of combat sports?
Um, I have to say I really like all the combat sports, so I like to watch boxing, kickboxing, everything. But no, I would not say that I have a favorite sport outside of that.
No. Okay. And finally, last question. Your dream vacation spot,
Florida.
Florida. Have you ever been to America before?
Yes, a couple times. I trained in Florida at the
Nice. All
American
right.
top team.
Very good. All right. To close out this interview, if you want to shout out any sponsors, teammates, anything you'd like to say, where they can follow you on social media, here's your platform.
Okay. So you can follow me on YouTube. My account is Max Holzer MMA. And ich grüße Onkel Rexy, like every time. So thank you.
Perfect.
Have a
Thank
nice
you so
day.
much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you, man.
Okay, thanks.